Hey everyone, Skylinks here, bringing you another video review. Today we're going to be doing Transformers Animated Deluxe Class Cybertron Mode Megatron. And this is from the Battle Begins 2-pack. I will be doing the character profile in this review rather than the the Leader Class review. Rather save a lot of time for the Leader Class to actually review it. If you ask Megatron to describe himself in one word, he's going to say heroic. Megatron sees himself as a freedom fighter, and he sees the Decepticon cause as the only thing that can take over from the Autobot tyranny. Now, despite these views, Megatron still thinks ruling with an iron fist is the only way to go. He loves to use fear, and he loves to manipulate his his underlings, and anyone else for that matter. And he's very ruthless, very. He sees humans as collateral damage, and he can destroy any Autobot on site, and he doesn't care. Now, unlike the original Megatron from G1, he has no tolerance from treachery, so he basically gets rid of Starscream as soon as he can. And very much like Beast Wars Megatron, he's very manipulative. He's basically Beast Wars Megatron, only very, very quiet, and he's as physical as G1 Megatron. Because Beast Wars Megatron was physical, but he liked to stay in the sidelines a bit more. Now, with this Megatron, personality-wise, like I said, he's basically Beast Wars Megatron, only very cold and very emotionless. He's kind of like the monster that's going to sneak up behind you and rip your throat into pieces without saying a word, without gesturing at all. But he does take particular glee in when Autobots are destroyed, so I guess he does have some emotion. Now, after fighting Optimus Prime on the Ark, I believe it's called in this one, I think it's still called the Ark, he lands in Detroit and his body's basically destroyed. Isaac Sundak takes him and reverse engineers him and makes a fortune off him. He later reactivates and finds he has no body. After several attempts during the first season with the Dinobots and Soundwave and all different kind of other things, he tries to regain his body. All fail, except for at the end, when he finally does create his new body. Then he rightfully gets rid of Starscream and tries to take the Allspark. Of course, this fails because of the intervention of Optimus Prime, and he goes into hiding. Now, during most of Season 2, he's more concerned about getting the space bridge operational, taking away the one advantage the Autobots have. Of course, Season 2 isn't over yet, but he's a very cool Megatron-like character. Very cool. Don't get me wrong. Very, very cool. I like him. And I like his Leader Class mode. I like his Earth mode better than his Cybertron mode. Now, let's talk about the Cybertron mode, actually. I talked about the Voyager one, and I told you that it really doesn't look like anything, and it doesn't. I mean, where's the cockpit? Is it supposed to be this or this? I think it's this. I think we all know it's supposed to be this, but it just looks like nothing. And for this figure, definitely get the Voyager class over this. I'm going to say that right now, if you care about alt modes, because they try it. What the hell is this shit? Why is his face showing? I mean, this looks a little bit neater than in the Voyager mode, but the gun just looks out of place more, and ugh. Hopefully, when we get to the robot mode, it will save this, but let's take a good look. Again, I'm not too keen on the Cybertron modes. Optimus Prime so far has been the only one that's had a good Cybertron mode. Of course, him and Megatron have been the only ones that had figures. Except for they're coming out with a League Guard Bumblebee, but it's just a redo of his Earth mode. So let's transform. First thing you do is take off this gun. Let's show you the gun real quickly. There is a sword mode with this gun. A lot of people have been showing it like, let me just see if I can get, like this. No, you close up like that, and that's the sword mode. But it's nothing special. Okay, let's transform this bad boy. First thing you do is let's separate the legs. And you gotta be warned, and a lot of other people have warned us, he has very weak legs, and he has a tendency to pop out on one of the legs. I kind of just totally did one leg without showing you guys how to do it. Separate this, and what you want to do is turn it around, close up this section back here, bring this section down, and lock this into place. Bring this section all the way back, and bring this section down. And that's basically his legs. You just want to turn them around. Okay, this leg pops out easily. I know Spada has used glue to keep it on tight. I'm not going to do that, but that seems like a pretty efficient way to keep it on. So if you want to put glue on it, personally for me, I just don't like to put glue on my stuff, but by no means is there anything wrong. If it works, it works. So I suggest doing it. And the rest is pretty simple. Just bring the arms down and bring the arms down. And all you have to do is attach his fusion cannon back on. Now, the fusion cannon is a little bit better in this than in Voyager because it actually holds up better and is a little bit neater. The hands are also very much better, but we'll get that in the robot review. Right now we have to worry about articulation. The articulation's pretty nice. I'm not going to lie about that. The head doesn't go all the way around because of his massive chin. Arms got really good articulation. Kind of have a double elbow joint there. Legs have good articulation. The problem with the legs is, and like other people have been saying, he has split legs. These deluxe classes seem to have, at least for the Megatron, seem to be very, very loose in the legs. So make sure you know that when you get into buying it. When you buy the 2-pack with him and Optimus, the legs are very weak. Very weak. He does have that stupid punch gimmick, which is really not necessary. But unlike Optimus Prime, his actually lines up, so it's not so much of a bother. But I mean, if you wanted to pose his waist in a cool pose, it's not going to happen. But like I said, the gun is better, so you can get him into a nasty pose if the leg stays up, which is hard to do. So that glue might come in handy. But overall, the posability is pretty good. We'll just go into a look and see how that fares, okay? Be right back. Okay, here's him fully transformed in his robot mode. And I can't get him into any really good gnarly poses because his legs always give away. Now, like the Optimus Prime figure, he does have battle damage on him. He has some on his toes there, his nipples, his bicep, and on his face, on the top and across his chin. And a little bit on the side right there. You know, personally for me, the Megatron's battle damage is less of a problem than the Optimus because it doesn't show up as, well, it's not as, it doesn't stand out as much. That's what I want to say. Color-wise, the color is better than the Voyager. The Voyager is way too white for my liking. However, the Voyager definitely has a better design. I think the Voyager is overall a better figure. The hands on this is better, and the gun's better, and the sword gimmick's slightly better too. But, I mean, on a whole, the Voyager is not going to give you the leg problems. It's a bigger figure, which is what you need because this is a deluxe figure, so when I stand this next to my Starscream, I kind of feel ashamed putting him next to Starscream. This tempts me almost to get the Voyager figure. I don't have the Voyager figure. That was my friend's that I was reviewing. So far, the only figures I don't have from Wave 1 are Voyager, Megatron, and Bulkhead. The only reason why I'm not buying Bulkhead is because I am going to get the leader class instead. But then I'm debating because the leader class looks kind of ridiculously non-show accurate, but still looks pretty sweet. And then I got most of the waves too. But those are the only two figures that I'm probably going to review that aren't actually mine. So I'm tempted on getting the Voyager class, which I highly suggest you guys get. If you want a 2-pack deluxe, and if you really want a deluxe Megatron, then by all means get him. But definitely keep him in robot mode. If you know the problem with the legs, you don't mind the battle damage. If you know the problem with the legs, then like Spada said, just get some glue and just put that on there. But yeah, you can see his face, and I didn't point this out in the other one, but that's what the original face was supposed to look like for the movie, at least similar to the one he was supposed to look like for the movie. But yeah. So, comparing it to the Voyager, overall, the Voyager is better. But better gun goes to him, better fist goes to him, better color scheme goes to him. But when it comes down to it, Voyager has better height because it's a Voyager, obviously. The legs are stiff, and overall the design looks a little bit more intimidating. So I definitely suggest get Voyager. So let's give you one more overall look. There we go. Decepticon symbol there. Like I said, you know, he's an okay figure, but I would suggest avoiding him. Okay? So that's it for Megatron. This is Skylynx. I'm going to say peace out for now.